How's it going, YouTube? I am definitely late by a couple of days. Things have been completely overwhelming in my life, but this is my video of my 2 years on testosterone. As of March 3rd, 2018, I've been on testosterone for 2 years, and it's mind blowing when I think about the changes. I was looking for pictures today to post on my Instagram to compare I was trying to get as close to a year to the day as possible. It's just wild to look at how much I've changed. I was looking at pictures, and even when it comes to, a month in a year from today, I was getting upset looking at certain pictures thinking, okay, maybe I didn't change very much, or maybe I went through a lot of changes and sort of came back to the same point, or did I go backwards or what? And I realized there's really no way to go backwards in a transition unless you are completely in your mind deciding that you're going to completely detransition. But even in that sense, to me, there is no going backwards because you've already lived it. So regardless of whether you have started to transition and then you go backwards, or whether I began to change and then sort of came back to looking very similarly to where I did at that point, all of that in between still really happened. So that was all valid, and my body has always changed a lot ever since I was little. So it's not really surprising to me that, especially while going through my second puberty, that my body is really just shifting constantly, and sometimes it'll be super obvious and sometimes it won't be. But when I post these pictures up, it's kind of amazing to notice certain things that were major changes and certain things that weren't. To me, I noticed the largest changes really for me over the course of this year with hormones was weight change and distribution, as well as different change in facial hair and my chest, obviously, because I had my final top surgery revision. So it's been really up and down. I've had a lot of issues still with my family. That sort of has come into a very cyclical sense where things were really rough, things got easier, and now things are really rough again. In terms of my health, it's a very similar situation. There's really just a lot of cycles, and I think that in terms of puberty and life and transitioning, I mean, these are all things that are linked in with Mother Nature and just our biological cycle. I know I keep doing this, but I can't help doing this motion when I think of cycles and how much my life and humans in general and the universe in general works on a cycle. Regardless of the fact that it might be like this, there's still a cycle, beginning, middle, and it continues, and a lot of things repeat themselves, as did the year. So another year went by on hormones. I'm continuously grateful. I'm getting my hormones through insurance now. Again, I'm back fully on round-the-clock insurance. Now I have insurance on both sides, both my Medicare and through my dad. That's new, and that's created a lot of tension with hormones. I'm now taking 0.25 twice a week. I take it on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's just been proven to be what's the best for me, but I'm going to be getting my hormones checked later this week. So a lot of things have happened. I mean, here, stand up, do a little sort of twirl situation. I mean, I've definitely changed, and emotionally a lot has changed for me as well. I'm definitely more confident in certain ways. I have a harder time communicating in other ways, but I'm handling my emotions better and being able to be emotional and expressing my emotions easier in other ways. So there's just constant changes. Not all of them are warranted or great, but they're going to happen because that's life, and you don't really get to choose how your transition goes once you take hormones. So you do what you can. I'm very lucky, and thank you so much for continuing to keep up with my transition. Until next year.